My squad had been out on an ambush the night before. So when daybreak came, we came back into our base camp and settled down, started cleaning our weapons and getting some food. And a call came in from another unit that was out on a patrol. And they were calling for reinforcements. To the chagrin of my squad, I volunteered us to go. We should not have gone because we had been out all night. My Marines were tired. They were grumpy. They were hungry. But I was going to save the world. And so we went out on the way to assisting. There was a second lieutenant, a corpsman, in my squad. On the way to provide the reinforcements, we went through a village and we captured a Viet Cong. In the past, we normally did not ever take prisoners. But for some reason that day I decided that I thought bringing a prisoner back would be a good thing. So, second lieutenant kept going. He didn't wait, and I'm calling for him to wait for us. You know, we got to secure this prisoner, and he kept right on going. So I took two of my fire teams, and I said, you get out there with the lieutenant. And I kept one fire team with me to secure the prisoner, and then we went out to join him. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Levy, by not waiting for us, exposed himself to small arms fire and was gunned down. Our corpsman, Harold Bird, went out to try and give aid to Lieutenant Levy, and he was gunned down. And then after we caught up with them, we directed my squad to start returning fire, and then I got up and I was going to go out to them because at that point I don't know if they're alive or dead. And that's when I tripped the booby trap. You know, in today's terminology, it's an IED. In my day, it was a booby trap, or, you know, an little device, a little pop-up hand grenade comes out. The explosion went off between my legs and disintegrated about 5 inches of my femur. And the shrapnel cut through my leg and cut the nerves in my leg. And then I went down, and then we proceeded to be engaged in a firefight for probably, when you're in that situation, it seems like an eternity. You know, it may have only been 20 or 30 minutes. But we called for air support. We called for medevac helicopters to get in. The helicopters were waved off numerous times because of the intense ground fire. And then finally they were able to come in, and one chopper picked up Levy and Bird, and then another chopper picked me up. I was brought to a field hospital where they administered what they did to me, debridement and everything else for the wounds, and then put me in a body spica cast, which is a cast from your armpits all the way down. Totally immobilized me, except for my arms and my head. That experience of that day has led to lifelong survivor's guilt, because I felt that if I had not made a mistake, and my mistake was taking a prisoner, that Levy and Bird would have lived. And so, you know, the survivor's guilt has overwhelmed me. For many, many years, I've gone through a lot of years of counseling for PTSD, for the guilt, survivor's guilt issues and all that. And, you know, had the discussions with the psychologists and the psychiatrists and the social workers about survivor's guilt. And, you know, war people die. You know, it's not necessarily somebody's fault. And as I've had the discussions with those people, you know, intellectually, I can rationalize that. But in my heart, I will not ever believe that It's not my fault that they died. So, that's something I've had to struggle with my whole life.